Is Donald Trump's tariff pressure finally meeting resistance? At a time when the United States is imposing heavy tariffs and threatening more, India and the European Union have announced what both sides are calling the mother of all deals, a historic India-Europe free trade agreement. Prime Minister Narendra Modi and European Commission President have both described this deal as a game changer. But what exactly is this agreement? Who benefits the most, India or the Europe? And what does the timing of this deal really indicate in today's global trade war? Let's break it down step by step. The India-Europe FTA aims to reduce or completely eliminate tariffs on a wide range of goods traded between the two sides. Negotiations for this deal began as early as 2007, but talks were suspended in 2013, mainly due to disagreements in the automobile sector. Now, after near 2 decades, the deal is finally moving toward completion. Let's start with the European exports to India. First, chemicals used in industries like paint and fertilizers. These are expected to see complete elimination of tariffs. Second, optical, medical and surgical equipment. Nearly 90% of these products may become tariff-free, which could lower healthcare and technology cost in India. Third, aircraft and spacecraft components. Almost all products in this category are expected to see tariffs eliminated, benefiting India's aviation and space sectors. Now comes the most talked about category, alcohol. Beer tariffs may come down to around 50%. Spirits could see tariffs reduced to 40%. Wine tariffs may fall to 20 to 30%. Luxury cars have been the biggest roadblock in the past. Currently, European luxury cars like BMW, Audi, Mercedes and Volkswagen face tariffs of up to 110% in India. Under the proposed deal, there may be an annual quota of around 2,500 vehicles. Tariffs could be reduced to around 10% within that quota. This sparked fears that luxury cars would suddenly become cheaper in India. However, experts say this is not immediate. The deal could take 5 to 6 years or even up to 10 years to be fully implemented. Markets reacted quickly. Shares of Indian auto companies like Mahindra fell to 4 to 5%. But analysts say this is a knee-jerk reaction, not a long-term verdict. Also, India remains a price-sensitive market where luxury cars cater to a very small segment. One of India's biggest wins in agriculture, especially marine exports, Indian shrimp and fish exports are strong globally but were restricted by strict European regulations in recent years. The FTA could open a major new market for Indian exporters. This is crucial because the US has imposed heavy tariffs on Indian marine products, forcing India to look for alternative buyers. At the same time, products like olive oil and vegetable oils coming from the Europe may see tariff elimination, which could impact Indian domestic industries. This deal clearly walks the fine line between globalization and protectionism. But why did the deal take so long? Negotiations started in 2007, stalled in 2013 and restarted seriously only recently. Here's why the timing matters. US President Donald Trump imposed 50% tariff on Indian goods, 25% plus another 25% and continues to threaten the European Union with similar measures. This has pushed the Europe to search for reliable trade partners beyond the US and China. At the same time, China's global exports have surged, making many countries uncomfortable with over dependency on Chinese supply chains. India, now one of the world's largest consumer markets, becomes a natural alternative. So yes, experts agree there is a strong Trump factor behind this deal. In the past year alone, India has signed FTAs with Australia and the UK. The Europe realized it could not stay out any longer. There are 21 chapters in this trade agreement. Until July last year, only 7 chapters were completed. The remaining process happened at record speed, clearly driven by geopolitical pressure. Will this counter Trump's tariff? Not immediately. Trump's tariffs are already in effect, while the Indian-Europe deal will take years to implement. But symbolically, it sends a strong message. Reports suggest that the US administration has shown visible discomfort after learning that the India-Europe deal is nearly complete. It signals that India has options and global powers are willing to deepen trade ties without Washington. The India-Europe Free Trade Agreement is not just about cheaper products. It is about global power shifts, trade diversification, and strategic alliances. Whether it truly becomes the mother of all deals will depend on how carefully India balances domestic industries with global integration. But one thing is clear. In a world shaped by tariffs and trade wars, India is no longer playing defense.